on. I need to make sure I'm being picked up. Please just play. Just need you to fuck it. Hello? Testing. It was the heat of the moment. Okay, okay, we're good. We are good. Let's just share this around. Okie dokie. Ugh. Whew. Recovering from being sick is not fun. Your insides feel like soup for weeks. Or day, whatever.
Shepard, do you have any suggestions about using some of the resources we've gathered?
I believe I can use some of them to increase our fuel reserves so we can explore further. Shall I tell you what is required?
Show me what it
Yes.
would take.
Please. Fuel. All the fuel. Get the gas in the engine. Yeah,
Do you have
blah,
any
blah, 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 blah.
suggestions?
I
Yeah,
have done
just
what I
clearing it
can
as an
to increase
option.
our exploration capabilities. Anything beyond that is up to you.
What are
Cool.
your impressions of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob is an earnest young man. Events will either forge him into a great man or utterly destroy him.
Or make the fans completely
Miranda
forget about
is
him.
undoubtedly a hard woman. I respect her strength and determination. She carries many burdens and doesn't share them with others, as it should be.
How do you think our mission is going?
Building our forces is a good strategy. However, the time to strike is coming soon.
How are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however. If you are patient, I would love to talk.
How much do you know about our mission?
I know that I've sworn an oath to follow you, unless you seek to destroy the Collectors. That is enough for me.
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity.
Oh,
If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
I'd like to hear more about the criminal you were chasing on Nos Astra.
I hope you will understand if I wish to avoid this topic. It is deeply tied to my code and beliefs. You might say it is personal.
What do you think of Cerberus?
I've heard rumors, but learned long ago to form my own impressions. There is too much room for interpretation in the opinions of others.
Why were you willing to work for Cerberus when you didn't have first-hand knowledge?
I work for you, Shepard. Our methods may be different, but our goals are not.
I should get back to work.
It has been my pleasure, Commander.
Okay, time to do some personal questings. Got the people. Well, unless, of course, I'm going to be forced into another story mission, which is... Oh, wait, now let's go check. Got some new armor pieces. Let's go see if any of them are worth utilizing. Well, at least I've got Kaylee now, who's going to feed him for me. Okay, no new helmet. Let's see, this increase health. This shield. And just the cap. Shield regen or health. I'll take the health. Let's see, this is weapon damage. I'll take the power damage. This is health. Oh, ammo capacity. I'll take the ammo. Shield strength. Storm speed. Increase health. I think I will stick with the shield on this one, just since I've upped my health in other aspects. Yep, more spam comments. I can live with that. Excuse me. Excuse me.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Thank you. Alright, let's... Oh, wait, right. Okay, I take it back. We are going back to Ilium again real quick, but that's just because I actually looked up a guide for where Liara's node, where the nodes are that I need to scan for Liara. So, and it's like, really? They're right there? I could have sworn I looked, but whatever. It's like I just pulled up a map of the area, said it's right here. I guess we might as well do Miranda's side, you know, loyalty mission while we're here. So, I guess we'll be doing that as well. Then after that, we're probably going to do Grunt and Mordin's side quest. Speaking of Mordin, we got our Mordin plushie yesterday. Well, I guess anyone who tuned in for the stream yesterday heard Abby say that it was going to arrive. It's so cute.
Sources indicate you were in a warehouse recently.
Oh.
Did you by any chance forward a questionable shipping note for Mr. Thax?
It looks suspicious, so I passed it on.
I'm a representative for Mr. Thax. He's very grateful to you. Please accept this as a gift for bringing the shipping irregularities to his attention.
What happens to the shipping agent who was cheating Thax?
That depends on how sincere her apology is, and how willing she is to correct her mistake.
It was my pleasure.
Have a pleasant day.
Krogan.
I have a message for Miss Lawson. Lantea has reserved a room at Eternity and will be waiting.
What?
Thank you, Iggy.
How do I keep getting these renegade options? WT fuck!
Gateway to the Traverse, but is that gate open too wide? Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new technology
You have to give the Asari credit. Ilium is a cultural marvel.
workers their jobs. Later today, we'll hear from survey teams.
25.
You know, I think that's another reason why I am one of the only people on the planet who likes Mass Effect 2 less than... I think I've said this before, but even though I do hold the Mass Effect series as a whole, like, it's probably my second favorite series of all time, and if I were to make a top 10 list of my favorite games, I'd put the whole series at number 2.
Hey, we're
Because I would genuinely have trouble picking my favorite. But I do think 2 is my second least favorite, and the fact that I'm never 100% sure how or why I'm sometimes getting these renegade options.
I didn't mean.
Let's
Okay,
see,
look,
so
I'll take
on
another
the
look
map.
at the contract. Maybe it needs to be reclassified.
Okay, so there is the one I've already done. Here, sure, let's chat.
Still can't believe you have a Justicara in your service.
She's the last of a dying breed.
I feel kind of sad for her.
Don't. I heard she married an Asari herself, had pure blood kids. She's part of the problem.
Okay.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business. I don't know.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Here we go. Oops. Bingo. Alright.
What about you? Going to try and make it as a commando?
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent.
Shepard, this is Liara. I've got the data. Come see me when you've got a moment.
You got it, Liara. Okay, yes, I know I'm hacking into stuff, but don't make a quest on... Ah! Especially if it's a old companion quest. You should be able to give me that option. I don't want to tell Liara, fuck you, I'm not helping you. That's just... That's... Jesus fucking Christ. Ugh! I don't care how good the ending is. I find this genuinely frustrating and an absolute pain in the ass. Can't help but feel that the reason why Mass Effect 2 is everyone's favorite is because it's the one that, you know, gives the Renegade players a fucking blowjob.
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Thank you for getting me that system data. Here, it's not much, but hopefully it will help you on your mission. Do you remember the Shadow Broker? With the data you got me, I may be able to find information caches from his agents.
I've got a lot on my plate. Remind me who the Shadow
He's the
Broker
most powerful. No one knows
Never
who
mind,
he
I've
is.
already done them.
Are you on the run from the Shadow Broker?
Actually, it would be more accurate to say that we crossed paths not long after you died. Since then, I've been working to take him down. With this data, I'm a step closer.
You can't come with me because you're after...
I'm sorry, Shepard. I can't do that on the Normandy. I wish I could.
I've never seen you ready to execute someone in cold blood.
I was on a job with a friend. The Shadow Broker's I don't know if he's dead or being interrogated. And I need to make the Shadow Broker pay for what he did.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. Now, is there any?
Wait, no. Okay, I know there's part
Shepard.
2.
So, what can I do for you?
How's your own work going?
The data you gave me. The Shadow Broker has several contacts here on Ilium. Taking down the Observer will put me closer to the Shadow Broker.
Tell me what I can do to help.
Your data pointed me at logs kept by Shadow Broker agents. The logs were deleted. The Shadow Broker is cautious. His agents are referred to...
My inquiries have narrowed the Observer down to one of 5 operatives. A Turian, a Solarian, a Krogan, a Batarian, and a Vorcha.
If you can refine the list, I'll know where to strike.
Do you have any specifics on
I'm
these
afraid
agents?
not.
I was happy to
The
help.
data is our only hope of determining which one is the Observer. And if we
I'll
wait
reconstruct the data.
Thank
and
you,
tell
Shepard.
It also wouldn't bother me so much if, I don't know, this meter in the bottom actually mattered rather than the game being like, have you actually said enough Paragon and Renegade options throughout the course of the games? Because seriously, on several playthroughs, despite the fact that my Paragon meter was maxed to the absolute ass, I couldn't pick the Renegade option or the Paragon options I needed to settle very, very crucial disputes and keep certain loyalty.
Shepard, did you get any information on the Observer?
Let me search for more data. I'll
you.
get back to you.
Find more data. Mr. Toll. Find more data, Mr. Torrance.
Why not? I did it after eating Prime. Paid for new exosuits for my kids.
No, you don't understand. I lost it
Living at a
somewhere
higher
near the
altitude
transport
make you
terminal.
more intelligent? Our report may surprise you. New data commissioned by the Architectural Union has noted a correlation between tested intelligence and height of habitat. The news comes as new homes ranging from studio apartments to spacious rooftop mansions enter into open market bidding.
Pardon me, I'm on a call.
Sorry, just thought I'd check just in the off chance I'd found what let's see, this is yeah, it's just lets me review what I've got already.
Charity business. Followed by a freeze as new colony plans dry up.
Oh, damn it. Spam phone calls. Alright, right, that's a shop.
Heat increase. And speed.
I think the other, like I was saying, it's like I feel there should be a Paragon option for doing this because, let's see, the Tyrannus. Because I'm fervently of the opinion that someone like the Shadow Broker, who is legitimately evil and killing people, helping there is a way to help Liara take him down that can be viewed as Paragon and altruistic. Because I think D&D in particular has skewed many people's perception of lawful good in a sense, or truly altruistic characters are like, they're the ones who follow the law and, you know, can't ever look away from anything that's even remotely out of line, even though, I don't know. Let's see, I don't remember.
Shepard, did you get any information on the Observer?
All 5 of the suspects are male. The Observer is female. Something's not right. Who gave you this lead?
My assistant, Nixeris. She got the information. Nixeris gave me the information. Nixeris, could I see you in here for a moment? Shepard, I'll talk to you later.
Ilium is the gateway to the Traverse, but is that gate open too wide? Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new technological discoveries
See what we can do, sir.
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Nixeris had some interesting data hidden away. Thank you, Shepard. I wouldn't have caught her without you. I'm one step closer to the Shadow Broker thanks to you. Here. Nyxeris was very well compensated. You need it more than I do.
Did you have any trouble with Nyxeris?
She was very talented. I imagine that had she been ordered to assassinate me, I'd never seen her coming. But her barriers needed practice. Practice I'm afraid she won't be getting.
What's the next step in your hunt?
Now I gather information, peel away layers of lies, and shine light into the shadows. And when I find the Shadow Broker, I hit him with a biotic field so strong that what's left of his body will fit into a coffee cup.
Be careful out there, Liara. Don't turn into the thing you're hunting.
Says the dead Spectre working for Cerberus. Don't worry, Shepard. I'm not my mother. Everything I'm doing of my own free will.
That arguably makes it worse.
For better or for worse. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, we'll do the Shadow Broker DLC later.
Later, Liara.
Well, I think the first DLC I'm probably gonna go do is the Normandy crash site.
If this is the best you have, I'll make it. But you're certain the neural stimulator will...
Customer safety is important, and Koros
Alright.
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana alright?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the Mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Oriana's family to the terminal instead.
You didn't mention anything about Niket.
He's a friend. He and I go back a long way.
Do you want to bring in any of your other Ilium contacts, Ms. Lawson?
No. You and Niket are the only two I trust on this.
What information do you have about the mercenaries?
I've confirmed that they're Eclipse, and that they're working for an organization Ms. Lawson warned us about. I could try to alert the authorities, but so far they've done nothing illegal.
You made the right decision. We'll handle this ourselves.
Let's see. Alright, today's Tuesday.
It's your sister, Miranda. What do you want to do?
Lantea, we'll follow Niket's suggestion. Shepard and I will take the car and draw their attention. Have Niket escort the family to the shuttle. Give him full access to the family's itinerary, just to be safe.
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
So the plan is for us to get shot down by Eclipse while your sister gets to safety?
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive. They won't risk anything that could kill us.
I doubt Eclipse will send all their people just to stop you. Do you want to give Niket any backup?
Niket can take care of himself. Besides, any armed backup just draws attention to him.
I'm ready whenever you are, Miranda.
Thank you, Shepard. I appreciate this. I hadn't planned on Eclipse, but they never planned on you.
Yep, they never planned on someone being controlled by the protagonist. Wait, you're the protagonist. Being controlled by the player. Ugh, I guess I could have just said they never would have planned on the protagonist. Okay. No, we already took care of this.
Damn it! Eclipse mercenary gunships. They'll be dropping troops in the cargo areas.
Put us down in that cover behind them.
Let's hope they really do want to take us alive.
Hold fire! I said hold fire, damn it! I got this.
Since you're not firing yet, I trust you know who I am.
Yeah, they said you'd be in the car. You're the bitch that kidnapped our boss's little girl.
Kidnapped? This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Think you've got it all lined up, huh? Captain Inyala's already moving in on the kid. She knows about Niket. He won't be helping you.
What do you mean Niket won't be helping us?
Nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's gonna get killed unless you do something stupid. You walk away now, the girl goes back to her father, and everybody's happy.
Everybody but my sister. And me.
Wait, Miranda, you said she was your twin sister.
That what she told you? No, this crazy bitch kidnapped our boss's baby daughter. He's been looking for her for more than a decade.
It's complicated, Shepard. We share the same DNA, just not the same birthday.
You took a baby from the richest guy in the galaxy, lady. I don't know what your damage is, but you're not getting away with it.
You're not getting Miranda's sister. If you push this, it'll go badly for you.
Captain Inyala ordered us to give you one chance to walk away. This whole time we've been talking, my men have been lining up shots. When I say the word, we unleash hell on your squad. So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things to get ugly.
Works for me.
They're not backing down. Tell Captain Inyala to send backup.
Get down! Keep your head down!
Watch for the drone! Nice shot! Come on, we need to get to Niket. Hang on, I've got one of their radios. I'll patch us in, see if I can get an idea of what we're up against. Shepard, I think I owe you an explanation. Oriana is my twin, genetically. But my father grew her when I was a teenager. She was meant to replace me. I couldn't let my father do to her what he did to me. So I rescued her. She's almost a woman now.
Why didn't you tell me that we were saving a kid?
She's not a child. She'll be 19 this year. But, well, it didn't seem relevant at the time, I suppose. There are people who'd use her against me. I'm very protective when it comes to Oriana. I'm sorry I didn't trust you sooner. You deserved to know.
If Eclipse knows where Oriana is, they'll be moving in on her soon. We need to hurry.
Agreed. I'm a bit worried by what the Merc said. If they've got to Niket somehow, this is going to be harder than I'd planned. According to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to cut through the cargo processing yard to get to Oriana.
Can you tell me anything about the cargo processing yard?
We'll be moving through conveyor systems. There'll be a lot of movement. Finding targets won't be easy. We'll need to stay sharp. And these cargo transports carry hazardous materials. So watch what you shoot at.
I hope your friend can be trusted.
Absolutely. Niket is one of my oldest friends. I guess you could say he was my only real friend. He's the only person I didn't cut ties with when I left my father.
Is there a chance your father could be using Niket to get to you?
I'm sure he's tried, but Niket's one of the few people who understands what my father is really like. I trusted him with my life when I ran from my father, Shepard. He won't betray me now.
Let's go find Niket and Oriana.
Right. They're on the far side of the conveyor line. Time is short.
Grabbing cover. Sending in a drone. ready to burn!
Keep the bitch back. The kid is nearing the transport terminal.
I'll take it.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco.
This is valuable.
I don't know why I really wanted to try punching one of those canisters. I think I just wanted to see if it would actually, like, tilt over rather than just straight up exploding.
Divert everyone except my guard from the cat. I'll handle him and the kid personally.
Enemy down!
Excuse me. Excuse me again.
Here we go! Die next!
Impressive!
Go in peace.
Get out of my way. Am I the only one who thinks those cries in pain sound really funny?
Eclipse operatives have attempted to delay you by disabling the elevators. I am overriding their lockdown.
You'll die next! Mind over matter! My shields are down! Man down!
This will put them down.
The kid has reached the terminal. He'll switch the family over to our transport.
That can't be right.
Oh, now I can open it. Sounds good.
Maybe Maybe the captain knows we're listening in, and she's feeding misinformation about Niket making a switch. Or maybe it means something else. Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why won't this thing go any faster?
What makes you so sure that Niket wouldn't turn on you?
He could have turned on me when I ran away. I'm sure my father tried to buy him off. If he didn't do it then, why would he do it now?
You know him, Miranda. If you don't think he'd betray you, then I'm sure there's another explanation.
I don't know, damn it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yes.
And then I'll have a word with this captain in Yala.
Listen to me. I've got authorization to change their booking.
I'm sorry, sir. We're under security lockdown. Until the situation in the cargo terminal is resolved, no passengers can be rebooked.
This isn't worth my time, Niket. I get paid regardless of how the girl gets there.
No. I was told that I could handle this my way. We're not traumatizing the family any more than we... Miri.
This should be fun.
Fucker.
Niket, you sold me out.
How do you want to handle this, Miranda?
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby...
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
From a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her. You were getting back at your father.
How did Miranda's father turn you?
They told me you kidnapped your baby sister all those years ago. They said I could help get her back peacefully. No trauma to the family. I told them you'd never do that. They could go to hell. And you finally told me what you'd done. I called them back that night.
Why didn't you call me, Niket? We've been through a lot. You could have at least let me explain.
I deserve to know that you'd stolen your sister, Miri. I deserve to know you were with Cerberus. But I had to hear it from your father first.
I knew Eclipse was willing to get their hands dirty, but kidnapping a kid?
I'm not stealing her. I'm rescuing her. Come on, Niket. Let's finish this bitch off and get out of here.
Take your best shot.
I was just waiting for you to finish getting dressed. Or does Cerberus really let you whore around in that outfit?
Whether or not you agree with Miranda, Oriana has been with her family for years now.
Her father can still give her a better life.
You don't know what my father wants for her.
I know that I've been poor, Miri. I didn't much care for it.
He wants to take a girl away from the only family she's ever known. Doesn't that tell you what he really is?
If you're working for Miranda's father, that means he knows about Oriana. We need to find a new solution.
Miranda's father has no information about Oriana. I knew you had spy programs in your father's system, Miri, so I kept it private. I'm the only one who knows.
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket.
Miranda, wait. You don't want to do this.
This has to end here, Shepard. My father will keep trying to find Oriana.
Maybe Niket can help. Talk to your father. Just say you got here first.
I'll tell him that you hid her. That I don't know where she is.
I never want to see you again, Niket.
Done. Now, if you don't mind, I have a shipment to deliver.
You are going to fucking die.
Bitch.
Been spotted.
Well, yeah, I hope we've been spotted, Shepard. We just had a cutscene. Take. There you are. Take great pleasure. You're full of bullets. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed that dinner, hot lad.
Felt that one! There could be more Eclipse mercs near the shuttle. I want to make sure Oriana.
Understandable. Take me up, Johnny.
I can't believe Nick had sold me out. Didn't even see it coming.
Even with all your upgrades, you're human just like the rest of us.
But I let it get personal and I screwed up. Why didn't you let me kill him? I could have handled that. But watching him get gunned down by that Asari bitch.
You still cared for him, even if he betrayed you.
You're right. And my father knew it. He used that against me. It's always been like this. My father gave me anything I ever wanted. But there was always a hook, an angle for his long-term plan. I threw away everything he ever gave me when I ran. Except Niket. Weakness on my part?
You can't toss aside everything you care about just to be safe.
It's okay, Shepard. My father hurt me, but he didn't break me. As much as he tried to turn me into exactly what he wanted, I'm my own person.
You still have Oriana.
My father didn't give her to me. I rescued her, but yes, you're right. I still have something. Thank you. No sign of Eclipse. It looks like we're clear. There she is. She's safe. With her family. Come on, we should go.
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better. She's got a family. A life. I'll just complicate that for her.
She doesn't need any details, but would it really be so bad for her to know she has a sister who loves her?
I guess not.
Go on. We'll wait here.
That was cute. That was sweet. Alright, let's go return the locket. I think it was a locket. And then let's head back to the ship. Ow, back. Oh, man. Oh. Yep. Definitely the downside of recovering from food poisoning. Every part of your body aches.
All right. Let's do it. There we go. Run away.
Pardon me, I'm dealing with damn Ilium travel bureaucracy.
Were you trying to get them to help you find this locket?
Oh, Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much. My daughter was young when he died. This is the only memento she has of him. Please accept this. It's much less than I would have had to pay the bureaucrats to authorize a search.
All right. To the outer space. Doo-doo-doo. I can't think of the Star Trek theme now. I was about to hum the Superman theme, but that's wrong. Dun, dun, no, it's the Superman theme. Dun da 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 da. Oh boy, that's gonna be difficult. I don't mind me just talking to myself.
How may I
Is
help
there
you?
anything
You
I
have
should know?
unread. Garrus received some news that put five. Anything else, Commander?
All right.
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Emails.
You received a new message at your private terminal.
Alright, Miranda and Garrus. And I guess I can poke Thane. Again, we'll end tomorrow while I'm down here.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider.
should go.
I shall return to my meditation.
Shepard,
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
I haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
Hello,
Shepard,
bird boy.
I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonus, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel named Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonus was seen with him.
What happened? How did Sidonus betray your team?
He tipped off the Mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the Mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Well, I mean, you are probably the most popular character from this franchise, so I imagine the internet might, might draw and quarter me on principle if I told you no. So, yep.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help. I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the Adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. Something we don't share.
Let me know if I can do anything else.
I think I got it from here. My father has no chance at finding her family in their new location. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again, thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
Miranda will remember this. Alright. Backup's top. I think we're gonna do the Normandy, if I'm allowed to. I think I'm gonna do the Normandy Crash Site DLC, just cause... you know... however many hours into the game in, might as well, touch on the opening. I'll have to be honest, I'm a little surprised this was a DLC. Not that I was expecting it to be in the base game, but I was just kind of surprised it was added at all. Because it doesn't necessarily add a ton? I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. Explore Normandy Crash Site. Yep. Turbulence. Hang on, we're in for some chop. You know, it was weird growing up playing StarCraft and then seeing Aliens as an adult and realize that the dropship units of the Terran were almost direct quotes from Aliens. I'm like, well, the more you know. And again, I haven't played a ton of Blizzard games, but to my understanding, they do a pretty good job of working in subtle references and even subtle humor. Because, yeah, the only Blizzard games I've played was the original StarCraft, Warcraft 3, and I tried World of Warcraft, but I absolutely cannot say I ever really played it. I don't know, it just didn't really grab me. At least not enough to pay the steep monthly fees for it.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
Then again, maybe if it had been my first MMO, I might have been a little more gung-ho about it, but since I couldn't afford it, you know, I tried playing a bunch of other free MMOs that were free to play, but, you know, you had to pay to win. So at that point, the novelty of playing online with other people had worn out considerably.
Probe away.
Still, all the other places, the worlds, didn't come close to what Blizzard created because, well, it's freaking Blizzard.
Launching probe.
Though I do remember when I first heard about World of Warcraft, I remember me and my older brother were one point thought it's like I wish they'd make like a universe of StarCraft, an MMO about StarCraft, because that's what we grew up with. I didn't play a single Warcraft game until I was in college. Wait, no, I did play it a little bit with some friends in high school, but didn't really get to play it until college.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Yeah, screw it. Let's go to the next planet.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
Sure.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. I have detected an anomaly. Probe away. Probe away. Scans have found something.
Bring it down. Let's bring us down. We're going in. Woo! Normandy is fine and fair, so Normandy is where we'll go. Rest in peace, Normandy, from the first game. We barely... yeah. Ugh. Baby, it's cold outside. Alright, let's look for... dog tags. Wait, what? Where? Did you just have that in your pocket? Because that's impressive. Who's keeping their dog tags in the storage hold? That's for essential supplies, damn it! Okay, there's the lounge. Okay, I can guess I can see how this is where Kaidan always hung out. Still don't miss ya. You're boring as toast. That is something I am genuinely disappointed about, though. So many games where you have to make a big monumental choice do a really bad job at it. Because yeah, again, choosing between Kaidan and Ashley, it's never really much of a choice because Ashley's always had a much more defined personality. So it's like there's no reason I'd save Ashley. There's no reason I'd save Kaidan over Ashley because she actually brings something to the table. So it's the same problem that Fire Emblem Fates easily has one of the worst choices I've ever seen in a video game. Partially because they sold it as 2 separate games. So if you just bought 1 copy of the game, it gets like, what choice do you want to make? Haha, fuck you. You bought the 1 copy of the game, now you can't make a choice, dickhead. Despite the fact that if you actually play the fucking game, siding with the family that raised you kind of comes across like you're a fucking asshole, because the timing of the choice is fucking god awful. Plus, they threw in an extra element of it's like, okay, you were stolen from your biological family to be raised by the bad guys or by the, evil emperor. Whereas was also well, they also had a character who was supposed to be the daughter of the evil emperor who was raised by the good guys. So it's like, oh, you got a character to give you contrast, but no, this character's like, no, the evil guy is evil. I never want to go back to him. I never even want to see him again. I'm like, great, thanks for making us even seem more like an insane nutbag for thinking about siding with the people who raised you. I fucking hate Fire Emblem Fates. Now, you could get around it by buying one copy of the game and then paying $20 extra to download the other copy of the game to your 3DS so you can make the choice, but you shouldn't have had to pay extra. It all should have been one game. And then let's not forget that they added the third extra best route, also a separate purchasable DLC. I could go on about how much I hate Fire Emblem Fates, but I think I'll stop here. Because good lord, I hate that game. Because Fire Emblem Three Houses, well, the more I sit on it, the less I like the game. It handles the choice way better. Albeit narratively, there are some massive hiccups with Fire Emblem Three Houses, story-wise, so yeah. The point I'm trying to get at, Fire Emblem Three Houses, it's a perfectly fine game. It's just, as a Fire Emblem game, I think it's lacking. But it's infinitely better than Fire Emblem Fates. I don't know. People have called me a Fire Emblem elitist, and they're probably not wrong, because I do personally feel the Fire Emblem franchise really lost something after when Fire Emblem Awakening came out. Like, the franchise shifted focus, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, because the shift in focus has saved the franchise. And I'm not saying we need to go back to how Fire Emblem was. I'm not going hashtag not my Fire Emblem, because I think the new games have plenty to offer in their own right. It's just by the same token. Yeah, just by the same token, there is truth that the Fire Emblem games have not been the same since we entered the post-Awakening era. But who knows? There have only technically been 3 games, not counting the spin-offs like the app or Fire Emblem Warriors. So there's still room to grow and improve. Okay, I think we're done here. Getting the dog tags, setting up the monument, and having vivid flashbacks, I think, are the only things that I have to do here. Alright, back to the Normandy. Well, that was fun, as well as cripplingly depressing. Fuck.
How may I help?
Anything
You
I
have
should know?
Samaro. Anything else?
Huh?
That'll be all.
Good luck.
Wow.
Commander, you've received a new message at your
Interesting.
private terminal.
I wasn't expecting Samara to actually... You know what? I want to read this one. Oh, this is the right kind of chapter. I'm Oriana. My sister told me a little, but don't think it occurred to her that I'm as smart as she is. I poked around a little and found information Shit. And I found an information broker who gave me this address. How to thank her, but I never got to thank you for helping me. Me and my parents don't really understand it, but I know how much Miranda did, how much little things over the years were her looking out for me. Not going to tell them. Still want to go to school and get some degrees, but I wanted you to know that I know you saved me. I had a guardian angel all these years. I don't know if my sister has anybody. Says that she's working for you, and I was pretty clear we're doing something dangerous. Make sure she comes back alive. Okay, Oriana. P.S. Don't tell her I sent you this. Just make her angry. P.P.S. Miranda quit looking for Shepard. P.P.S. Miranda quit looking at Shepard's messages. Oh, don't act like you don't. It's. Oh. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm getting Samara's. Samara's asking to talk to me. It's like, oh, I was expecting Thane to ask for me first, or Tally, since I recruited them first, but I got no problems with this. I like Samara's personal mission. That being said, I don't think I'm going to do hers next anyway. I still think I'm going to do either Mordin or Fruxon's next. Then I might do Kasume's just because you can... Kasume's or Zaid's just because you can get some good equipment out of those. Actually, I might do Kasume's next because it's a submachine gun, which I could really use.
That is not easy for me.
It's alright. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing.
Yep.
She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
Yeah,
She
actually, I
confuses
kind of
her
do agree
victims,
with that one.
twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find more.
I had a friend, a coworker, who said, how do I put this? He's like, he could never agree with Samara because, you know, killing someone because they want freedom. I'm like, okay, but her children are killing people. Ergo, taking away their victims' freedom. So it's like, look, I understand that it kind of sucks that Morith doesn't want to be cooped up for the rest of her life, but come on, she's killing people. It's like, I really can't say I agree with just how strict the Justicar Code is, but I definitely can't condone Morinth being let, you know, to keep roaming free in the galaxy.
No messages for you, Commander.
Oh, ooh, excuse me again. Oh wait, this planet still has minerals. Let's grab some. Oh. I guess it lied to me when it said the planet was rich, or simply by visiting it, I lost all the minerals. Lame. Wait, only 40%? Have I not scanned the planets here? I guess I haven't. Let's rectify that situation. Am I the only one who finds it funny that we're in a system near a mass relay and the planets haven't already been picked clean? It's like, you think these would be the least rich planets, but what do I know?
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
Oh, there we go. Wait, now come back. Where's this? There's that nice sweet spot between them. Yeah, I'll take that.
Launching probe. Probe away.
Whatever. Yeah, I want to do some other stuff first, Samara. Again, while I do like your side quest, you're not one of my favorite. Save crashing ship. I don't remember what this is. I mean, I guess I could also just look it up real quick. What is save crashing? Oh, okay. This is a bonus side quest I got from purchasing those star charts on Ilium. Sure, I'll do it. I'm here. Got her second costume! Alright, Modern Thane, you're with me. Yeah, so now I've been using Thane and Grunt, but, yeah, if you guys, that plushie of Morden we just got the other day, like, I'm sorry, it's the law now that I've got to use that. Morden's on my team now. I love Thane's space helmet. But I also love that I don't think they alter his model. So I'm pretty sure his shirt is still open. Here, let me take a look at it. Thane, where are you? Yep, so his skin's still exposed. But, well, as long as his head is, you know, not exposed to the vacuum of space. Fuck you too. Gotcha.
Objective complete.
Yay!
Is there anything
You have
I should
unread.
know?
Tally seems very Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck up. The Elusive Man wishes to speak to you in the details.
Boo. Fine, I'll speak to Mr. Elusive Man, but not till after I've spoken to my sweet Corian baby.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So, no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Hello, the big cheese. I did not see you there. I hope that you haven't been there for a while and I've been ignoring you. If so, I apologize.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vasilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
And I would go right now if it weren't for the fact that the elusive man is deciding that he needs my time right now. I get it. It advances the story, but I hate how it interrupts me when I'm trying to do the loyalty missions. Oh well. As far as I remember, this is the last one he forces you to do, and then I can play the rest of the game at my own pace. Then again, I just hate talking to the elusive man in general because I hate the elusive man, so maybe I'm just biased.
Patching the elusive man through, Commander.
Hey, fuck bucket.
Shepard, we got a break. I intercepted a distress call from a Turian patrol. They stumbled onto a collector ship beyond the Corliss system. The Turians were wiped out, but not before they crippled the collector vessel. I need you to board that ship and get some hard data on the collectors. Find us a way to get to their homeworld.
Hard to imagine how a Turian patrol could take out a collector's ship.
Reports indicate the hull's intact, but all systems seem to be offline. They could be making repairs as we speak. I'm not saying it won't be dangerous, but we can't let an opportunity like this slip by.
If they had a patrol out there, why aren't the Turians sending a recon team in?
They will, eventually. But I intercepted the transmissions. In the meantime, we're feeding them false reports.
And this is why no one trusts you.
Before the Turians learn the truth.
You sure this information's good?
Information is my weapon, Shepard. It's good.
Yep, and we see exactly how well that information defends you in the third game. In fact, objectively speaking, I won't spoil it for anyone else who hasn't played the third game, but it more than a little blows up in your face, douchebag. Would it be hipster of me to say that I hated this character before everyone did in the third game? I know a lot of people who defended the Illusive Man, at least until the third game came out.
We have a visual on the collector ship, Commander.
Very low emissions. Passive infrared temperatures suggest most systems are offline. Thrusters are cold.
That thing is massive. How the hell did the Turians take it out?
They upload it. Haven't you seen Independence Day? All they had to do was they just had to upload it with a cold from a Windows 98 laptop.
I detect no Mass Effect field distortions. It appears the drive core is offline.
Rendezvous in 30 seconds, Commander. Good luck.
I definitely love the design of the collector ship because of just how it seems to defy any practical conventions that we've come to expect from sci-fi. It really makes it seem alien and unnatural. It's good. It's good stuff. Hello. Have you heard the good news? Jesus died for your sins. We have pie. Are you registered to vote? What? The election was last week? Well, do you mind if I keep spam calling you for the next 7 years?
Penetrating scans have detected an access node to uplink with collector.
Seriously, how do I still keep getting spam phone calls about the election? The election is over. Well, I just severely dated this video.
Use these on Horizon.
You weren't even here! I recruited you after Horizon, Thane. Don't act like you were here.
What? Why are these here?
Because it looks visually disturbing.
After experiment was over.
There are worse things than death. Like being a test subject for twisted aliens.
This was wrong. Inhumane. Even if collectors needed to kill for experiments, could have ended lives painlessly.
You're saying this was a mercy?
You know, I just realized I've got the super scientific and the super spiritual. I mean, I know that Mordin has dabbled with religion, so it's not a perfect, compare and contrast, but I'm still rather happy. It's gonna lead to some interesting conversations, I hope.
experiment on their own species.
EDI, I'm uploading the data from this terminal. See if you can figure out what they were up to.
Data received. Analyzing. The collectors were running baseline genetic comparisons between their species and humanity.
Are they looking for similarities?
I have no hypothesis on their motivations. All I have are the preliminary results. They reveal something remarkable. A quad-strand genetic structure identical to traces collected from ancient ruins. Only one race is known to have this structure, the Protheans.
My god. The Protheans didn't vanish. They're just working for the Reapers now.
These are no longer Prothean, Shepard. Their genes show distinct signs of extensive genetic rewrite. The Reapers have repurposed them to suit their needs.
You'd think somebody would have picked up on this.
No one has had an opportunity to study a collector genetic code in this detail. I've already matched 2,000 alleles to recorded fragments. This collector likely descends from a Prothean colony in the Styx Theta cluster. But there are signs of extreme alteration. 3 fewer chromosomes. Reduced heterochromatin structure. Elimination of superfluous junk sequences.
Reapers didn't wipe out the Protheans. They turned them into monsters and enslaved them. Still, they're working for the Reapers now, and we have to stop them.
True. Not a fate to wish on any species.
Let's find what we need before the Collectors come to salvage this vessel. Move out.
All right. Now, this is something I always did find kind of fun, because it gave different benefits for playing as different classes. I think if you play as soldier, you get to pick a unique weapon, but I think most of the other classes, you get special training in one of these 3 types of weapons. So, I got a shotgun. Well, let's hope I can be as ridiculously overpowered in this playthrough with my shotgun as I was in Mass Effect 1. Too many. Oh.
I detect no signs of life in the pod, Shepard. It is probable the victims inside died when the ship lost primary power.
Behold the power of the shotgun.
This should come in handy.
Commander, you gotta hear this. On a hunch, I asked EDI to run an analysis on this ship.
I compared the EM profile against data recorded by the original Normandy 2 years ago. They are an exact match.
Sacre
The
bleu!
same ship dogging me for 2 years? Way beyond coincidence.
Something doesn't add up, Commander. Watch your back.
Fascinating.
They could take every human in the Terminus systems and not have enough to fill these pods.
Only one conclusion. Collectors targeting Earth.
Not if we stop them.
Oh, I chose the shotgun. Chose the shotgun training since I'm a sentinel. Since I can't use assault rifles, shotguns, or snipers, instead of getting a unique weapon, I got to choose training in shotgun, sniper rifles, or assault rifles, and I chose shotgun.
Setting up a bridge between you and the Collector ship. See if you can get anything useful from the databanks.
Yep. Sentinel is my favorite class to play as. Oh dear.
That can't be good.
I like. I'm just sticking. I just went with shotgun because when I played Mass Effect 1, that's mostly what I used. Kind of became a running joke about me and my indestructible shotgun, so I'm sticking with the shotgun.
What just happened?
Major power surge. Everything went dark, but we're back up
Overlord, yeah, Overload and Warp covers barrier, shields, and armor.
Shepard, it was not a malfunction. This was a trap.
It's a trap! Oh no. It's the giant Phillips head screw come to kill us. I don't have the Geth shotgun yet, no.
Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download before I can override any systems.
We'll finish faster! I'm always prepared to scream! Yeah, this shotgun is definitely not as powerful as the one I had in the first game. I cannot wait to get it. Damn it! Who's shooting me from here? Oh, good. Harbinger. Who invited you? What the? Thane! God damn it, what's wrong with you? How are you already down? Don't make me question what I see in you. Just die. Be dead. Well, get a better capacity! Upgrade! Ooh, power cells.
Shepard, you must manually reestablish my link to the command console.
But that's work! Come on, I'm just here to shoot. You can't expect me to take responsibility for my own safety.
I've regained control of the platform, Shepard.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, EDI.
I always work at optimal capacity.
Did you get what we needed?
I found data that would help us successfully navigate the Omega-4 relay. I have also found a Turian distress call that served as the lure for this trap. The collectors were the source. It is unusual.
Seems logical to me that they would have sent the initial message as bait.
No, it is unusual because Turian emergency channels have secondary encryption. It is corrupted in the message. It is not possible that the elusive man would believe the distress call was genuine.
Why are you so sure?
I found the anomaly with Cerberus detection protocols. He wrote them.
He knew it was a trap? Why would he send us into a trap?
We don't have time to throw blame around. We'll question him when we're out.
Cerberus is not known for keeping faith.
No, they're
Commander,
not.
we got another problem. The collector ship is powering up.
It's over 9,000!
I do not have full control of their systems. I will do what I can. Sending coordinates for shuttle extraction.
Come on, let's move.
Shepard, now don't you wish you brought Grunt? We could have used his head as a battering ram to just knock through all the walls. Shut up, Thane! I wanted to bring Norman. I got a not Norman. Mordin, I got a plushie of him. You also have a plushie of Grunt. This seems like you are playing favorites. Mordin's plushie's new! And it sings! Alright, a singing plushie definitely wins. I will end this argument. Okay, fuck it. I need something with a little more range.
Intervention is necessary. I am unstoppable.
Really, because I've lost track of how many you know, proxy bodies of yours I've blown up. So, yes, I think you are actually very, very stoppable. Hey, don't let the fact that I commented that in the first game I thought Sovereign's voice was lacking in comparison to yours go to your head, okay? You might be better, but you're not you're not all that in a bag of chips, Harbinger. You're not the big cheese. The big cheese is in the comments right now. Got it? Okay, I thought you were Harbinger. Infinite is the villain from Sonic Forces. You can't be everybody. There are other video game villains out there, and they deserve your respect. Did I already use all my bullets in my SMG? I actually wasn't really paying that much attention. I was just kind of... I was pulling an Abby, you know, being a butt masher, just here to do my best.
One falls.
One shall stand, one shall fall. And now Optimus is like, but Luke, you said that you wouldn't be playing Transformers again until you beat Mass Effect 2 in celebration of the announcement of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So what the fuck are you doing quoting my property? To which I'd say, shut up, Optimus. If you didn't want people quoting you, you wouldn't have such a catchy line. And there go my knees. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me sideways. Wrong one. I hate these things. When they added these things to Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, that was just douchey. I seriously can't get over the fact that when they added the collectors to Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, they were a lot harder to fight than the goddamn Reapers. In fact, the update after these things were added to Mass Effect multiplayer made the Reapers objectively the easiest enemies to fight in the third game's multiplayer. Okay, I'm gonna use a Unity real quick. Uh-oh. Move. What am I stuck on? A wall. I'm stuck on a wall. I'm gonna die! Oh, God. That was not fun at all. Okay. Oh, bugger.
Edie, we got a problem here.
A temporary setback on Firewall 3217. Rerouting commands through Firewall 7164. I have successfully opened a door on the opposite wall. I will keep it open as long...
There, where we born.
We must be getting close to the end.
Couldn't we just jump off right there? It'd take us like right where we need to go. No? That's not an option? Okay. And you blew up. Congratulations. I hope that was, you know, a direct enough encounter with my bullets. Put a gun against your head, pull a trigger, now he's dead. Oh, right. Okay, people are dead now. Maybe instead of control, you should assume responsibility for your unit's shit performance. Which is why we have tech armor. Nag, nag, nag. And now I'm out of bullets. Yay.
Thought I was harmless, did you?
Norman. Why do I keep saying Norm? Now I know why I keep saying Norman. Morden, no one thinks you're harmless.
Not difficult. Not difficult.
We're out of time, Commander. We have to go.
Yeah, we're coming.
Everybody onto the Normandy. Move!
Strap in, people.
At the speed of light, we fly away from the collectors. Yeah, I'm staying up here next to you, Joker, because last time I had to save your ass, the delay of getting up here to save you resulted in me dying.
Anywhere that's not here.
Gosh dang it, Joker, you jumped us into the middle of a sun! Okay, time to chew the elusive dick's dick off. I know what I said, and I will not apologize. I'm the one who did the foul-mouthed Kermit the Frog. I do not apologize then. I'm not apologizing now.
Call coming in from the Elusive Man, Commander. I figure you got a few words for him, too.
Shepard, looks like EDI extracted some interesting data before the collector ship came back online.
EDI told us the distress call originated from the collectors. You betrayed us, just like I knew you would.
We're at war. The collectors are taking humans, and every minute we waste is one more we give the enemy to prepare.
I know the stakes, but we're supposed to be on the same side, and I can't trust you.
Without that information, we don't reach the collector homeworld, and you and every other human may as well be dead. It was a trap, but I was confident in your abilities. And don't forget EDI. The collectors couldn't have anticipated her.
You could have told me the plan. You say I'm important, but you sure try hard to get me killed.
I needed the collectors to believe they had the upper hand. Telling you could have tipped them off in any number of ways.
Well, fuck you too.
I wouldn't have sent you in if I didn't think you could succeed.
I don't risk people. There are always alternatives.
You may not like being on the receiving end, neither would I. But the facts are with me. As much as we try to avoid them, these decisions need to be made. But more importantly, it paid off.
I also pay you off with a bullet to the head? No? Later, then? Okay.
Collector ships use an advanced identify friend-foe system that the relays recognize. All we need to do is get our hands on one of those IFFs.
I was just on the collector ship. Why didn't you say anything about finding their IFF?
As I said, EDI just confirmed it. Besides, you wouldn't have had time to find and extract it. But we have options. An Alliance science team recently determined that the Great Rift, on the planet Klendigan is actually an impact crater from a mass accelerator weapon. A very old mass accelerator. I sent a team to find either the weapon or its target. They found both. The weapon was defunct, but it helped us plot the flight path of the intended target. A 37-million-year-old derelict Reaper. We found it damaged and trapped in the gravity of a brown dwarf.
Aren't brown dwarfs basically stars that didn't quite make it?
Simply put, but accurate. They're gas giants that don't quite have the masses of stars. Expect gale force winds and extremely high temperatures. The Reaper has a mass effect field that keeps it in orbit, likely an automated response to the external threats. It's stable, but I won't call it safe.
I get the feeling this isn't gonna be a simple swing by and pick up our package.
We lost contact with Dr. Chandana's team shortly after they boarded. Initial reconnaissance revealed no clues, and it was too risky to commit more resources. But now we need that IFF. I'll forward the coordinates to Joker. In the meantime, I suggest you tell your crew I didn't risk their lives unnecessarily.
I'm gonna tell them the exact opposite.
Going forward.
Edie, tell the crew to assemble. We've got a lot to talk about.
Of course, Shepard.
So the elusive man didn't sell us out. Could have fooled me.
Lied to us, used us, needed access to the Collector databanks. Necessary risk.
There really wasn't any other choice. Let's just hope this IFF works.
My analysis is accurate, Shepard. I have also determined the approximate location of the Collector homeworld, based on navigational data from their vessel.
That can't be right.
Edie doesn't make mistakes. The Collector homeworld is located somewhere in the galactic core.
Can't be. The core is just black holes and exploding suns. There are no habitable planets there.
Could be an artificial construction. Space station protected by powerful mass effect fields and radiation shields.
Even the Collectors don't have that kind of technology.
The Collectors are just servants of our real enemy. And we've all seen what their masters are capable of. They built the mass relays and the Citadel. Who's to say they can't build a space station surrounded by black holes? No wonder nobody's ever returned from a trip through the Omega-4 mass relay.
The logical conclusion is that a small safe zone exists on the far side of the relay, a region where ships can survive. Standard relay transit protocols would not allow safe transport. Drift of several thousand kilometers is common, and would be fatal in the galactic core. The Reaper IFF must trigger the relay to use more advanced encrypted protocols.
Just because we can follow the Collectors through the relay doesn't mean we can take them out. I don't want to go after them until I know we're ready.
Sooner or later, we need that IFF. I say, why wait?
I say I haven't done your side quest yet, and I don't want you to die, dumbass!
We may want to build up our team before we take that kind of risk.
The more people we have on our side, the better our chances of success. We need to keep building up the team.
It's your call, Commander. Whatever you decide, we're with you.
That's right. That's what I thought. Okay, let us... Ow, back stiff. How did I get Renegade from that?
Still need to get to Tuchanka, Shepard. My son.
Yep,
I'll talk to you later. We'll be here if you need.
You had me so worried when you were trapped on the Collector ship.
Oh.
The Normandy crew delivered.
You're too kind. We were there to... The elusive man made sure Edie was installed... Anyway, how may I help you?
Is there anything I should know?
Thane would like to see. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Albie, Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
You lied to me. You are a liar. Okay. Side loyalty quest. Here we go. Bom, bom, bam. Let's earn some loyalty. All right.
Shepard.
Is there something wrong?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more difficult to talk about.
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things. I had a family once. I still have a son. His name is Kolyat. I haven't seen him for a very long time.
How long's it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
What sort of dance is that?
It's... I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console plays music, old, unfashionable. Kolyat jumps into the room. Father runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, please, touch my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. Don't look at him.
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic, no sneaking out in the middle of the night. No final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, I attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
Back is stiff. Sitting too long. Give me a second. Just walking around so I can stretch out the back.
That's not the choice I expected. Why didn't you raise him yourself?
My body is blessed
Get
with
some
skills
more
to take
drink.
life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolyat. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin. I used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his father wills.
Okay, Eye is back.
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self. The soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
You don't hire a raw rookie for a contract killing.
I'm afraid someone may have seen we share a name and assumed we share skills. I don't know why he would accept the task.
To be closer to you, maybe?
That thought haunts me more than any other.
What made him go to the Citadel?
Years ago, I prepared a package for him. A relic of my ill-spent life. I had Volus bankers store it and arranged for delivery when I died. He acquired it early. I don't really know how. I did wet work on the Citadel around the time his mother died. That may be why he went there.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Okay, I know you said I was gonna go help Tali next, but yeah, since Thane's who we're going after this time, we're gonna go do him now. Yes, Grunt, I know I keep putting off doing your side quest, but come on, crap keeps happening. Give me a break.
no messages for you, Commander.
And I guess while we're here, let us get some resources.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. away. Probe launched.
Yeah, whatever, moving on.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched.
Something in my eye.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
Launching probe.
Yay.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
Alright. I am satisfied. Let us be on our way. Bring us in. You? Should have changed my shotgun. Oh well, not the end of the world. I don't remember.
References to a forger named Fade in CSEC crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Cool.
Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine. I'll have to do something like this in Mass Effect 3 on board the. Oh, excuse me.
My associate's trying
Board
to
the
find his
Normandy.
son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors. Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
What was it you called Mouse?
Duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts, where adults can't get to them.
Aren't the ducts dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades. broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the Keepers run. The mouse survived long enough that
Okay, cool. We still on.
pick up a copy of the Shepherd VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with...
Oh boy.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
Okay, I think we're still okay. Okay.
He's a cop. He tried to stop Kolyat, and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
Okay, we are gonna save right here, just so I can, if I need to, just so I can bounce back to this on a future stream. Should it crash on me? Still think we're okay. Let's see, where's Mouse? Not listed here. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick run around because I don't remember where he's at.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
It still looks like we're live, so there's Mouse.
Sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What do you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored. They're everywhere, see everything. Yet they are never seen. You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for, they can make me disappear. I'd like to help you, Krios. You've always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you.
Look, you know Thane. He wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Do it for him.
I want to. He was always nice to us. But these people ain't nice, Krios.
Nobody's gonna know you talk to us.
Mouse, I swear that you won't be named.
All right, all right. He came with that hollow you took of me. Said he wanted a job. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kellum.
Tell me about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago. He was little people when you were here, Krios. He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward. Shen Akiba. He's seriously bad news.
I should have asked about the VI.
Good, Mouse.
Yeah. Hope I live long enough to pat myself on the back.
Kellum will never know.
Hope not. I'm out of here, Krios. Next time you're in town, Just don't bring the family.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees, bare feet black, a dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then, but I left him as I left Kolyat.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard.
Yep. Now that I've got Kelly feeding my fish for me, I'm gonna repurchase them. Alright, let's also hit up this shop before we talk to Bailey.
Fine, fine. I just need to pick up some spices. Amino dextrose and aminoacids.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the CSEC charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight. And if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here. Bet Elias has his VI sent to page him if CSEC gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
You talk to him. Appeal to his self-interest. I'll put the screws to him if he needs it.
Very well. I'll pretend to be on his side. But if we waste too much time negotiating, Bailey won't be able to stall Kellum's advocate.
Get me out of these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. Who the hell are you two?
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Bailey has nothing to do with this. We just want a few answers. Off the record.
Off the record in a CSEC interrogation room? Sure.
You hired an assassin. Who do you want dead?
I want to see my advocate.
Your advocate hasn't arrived. We're trying to find him.
I'm not saying a damn word until he's here. You two are in way over your heads. Bailey won't let you touch me.
Bailey doesn't know you're here, but he will. After we're done.
This is off the record. No criminal charges will be brought against you.
What are you, fraud boy? A little sidekick? What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit. Come on, hit me. I dare you. No, didn't think you had the balls.
Think carefully, Elias. I want to catch the assassin, not you. Why stick your neck out for him?
You want me to confess to putting a contract on someone? You think I'm stupid?
I get the name, I walk out. You never see me again.
I got no reason to believe you.
You don't have a reason to disbelieve either. We're running out of time. Bailey can't stall his advocate for long.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see. Goddamn waste of my time.
How about this? You tell us the
I
target.
said get out of my way, Bailey. You have no right to... What the hell is going on in here? Step away from my client. Is that... Do you have him tied to the chair?
Glad you could make it, Freddy.
Traffic was bad. You'll need a shovel the size of the Citadel to dig yourself out of this.
This is all above board. I'm a council specter.
Shit.
What? What's that mean, Freddy?
Spectres can do whatever they want, Elias. I can't help you.
Shit.
If it was you I wanted, I could kill you and go. I want the assassin. Tell me who the target is and I'll leave.
Damn it. Joram Talid. He's a Turian, running for intendant of Zakiro Ward.
Where can we find him?
His apartment's in the 800 blocks.
Let's go.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
Before the Battle of the Citadel, the alien population thought we were violent upstarts. Look what's happened since then. A human fleet guarding the station for months. C-Sec filled with humans. Anderson does what he can, but some people have lived on the station since before humans had starships. They see it as a coup.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard. Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow Talid on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view. Amon Kiri, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
Thane has the power of video editing on his side.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
I'm following.
The guy looks kind of like Rex.
Have you got him?
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Kolyat?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
No problem so far.
Just gave you an update. Why is the dialogue not going?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a shake. No sign of trouble.
Yes, speaking over each other's lines. Always a good sign.
Stay close, Shepard. I see him. Where is he now?
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
I'm with Citadel Health and Safety. We've had vermin reports in storage areas around here.
What? You can't be serious. How did you get in here?
If I didn't have authorization, how did I get in? You see any other doors?
There's the keeper. Never mind. Just go on through, okay?
Thanks.
Yeah, just...
Oh, wait, that is the dorms. Go through. Loading. Loading. Or does he not move till I go through the door?
Thane.
I saw.
He's heading to Talid's apartment.
Kolyat.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want. C-Sec. Put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Talid, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I will. Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Your father doesn't have much time left, Kolyat. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
That hits uncomfortably close to home. Albeit, yeah, my daddy issues are nothing compared to that. Ugh. Honestly, my father was a good father. We've just never gotten along. What was that?
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the CSEC archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
How'd it go?
Our problems they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
Kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
This is why I like that you're in this game and the next one, Bailey. Alright, back to the Normandy. Let's have a nice conversation with the Thane.
How may I
Is
help
there
you?
anything I should
You have
know?
anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be
That'll
here
do.
if you need any. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And we'll check in on Miranda again. I think I've got everyone's loyalty quest. Yeah. So, I'm going to knock those all out. Then I'm going to start working on some of the DLC quests. Not looking forward... I think think Firewalker leads into Overlord, but that's narratively that's a Overlord or whatever the hell it's. If the point is, it's like, well, narratively, it's a great DLC. It's tedious as fuck to get to the end.
A few minutes to talk.
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I can't fight it! That memory I mentioned before. Laser cut trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Irika. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Irika and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Irika woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience.
Maybe I haven't been as upfront as I should be. I'm here for you, Thane. Whatever you need.
You are very kind. Thank you for listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
That's adorable. Mostly because I do know what it means.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak. I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Mordin spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself. My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he didn't include a let player customize your appearance option, meaning you couldn't be the protagonist. That's what you're missing.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
You're not coasting on good genes, Miranda. Your ability and your dedication speak for themselves.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate that. I should get back to work, but thank you for coming by.
No problem. Objectively speaking, you are a marginal improvement over Ashley, albeit I do prefer Ashley because of her character growth in the third game. So, no problem. Yep, I'm still alive. Actually, let's save really quick before we move on. Sorry, Garrus, but we're going to go do... Didn't realize how objectively close Tachanka was to Earth. Alrighty. Let's get some resources.
Probe launched.
Not gonna lie, playing Mass Effect again, going from planet to planet, it's once again making me feel disappointed that I, for some reason, just cannot get Spore to function on our computer anymore. I'm really disappointed, because I really, especially after the fun I had with Spore Hero, freaking, grossing the fuck out of everyone else with the absurd monstrosities I came up with. Oh, man, I'd love to... Imagine what I could get away with in... Oh? Tell me, Cheese, what's the expression... Is that the shocked expression face you just made? Which part? What was it, the game or something I said that made you make that face?
Launching probe. Probe launched.
Oh, probing planets, yep.
Launching probe.
Yes, I've beaten this game many, many times. Not as many times as, say, something like Tales of Symphonia, but that had more to do with the fact that I was extremely young when Tales of Symphonia came out, and, well, I couldn't afford new games. This one, yeah, I was able to get all 3 games at once, because I didn't discover the series until after the first 3 came out. And at that point, I was an adult. Yep. Console playthrough.
Probe away.
Yep. And... oh, it's what I'm looking for.
Launching probe.
Yeah, honestly, nowadays, even if I find a game that I love, I'm probably not going to replay it all that much. At least compared to something...
Probe
you know, before I got married, before I could actively afford having multiple consoles at once and buying new games more frequently, etc., etc. Because, I mean, yeah, I think I've beaten Tales of Symphonia, which is at minimum a 40-hour game, nearly 15 times throughout my life because, well, back in the day, back when all I had was a GameCube and a Wii, couldn't afford to buy that many new games. Once you had a game you liked, once you bought a game, whether you liked it or not, you had to play it because, well, you couldn't afford to buy something new. And since Tales of Symphonia was probably the greatest game I ever played at the time, yep, I was going to play that game over and over and over again. Still is my favorite game of all time, even if it doesn't hold up super well by today's standards. Actually, I will admit, I did try playing Symphonia again a year or so ago, and, well, combination of I've already done this 15 times, I kind of just want to skip past the beginning and get straight to the really great character moments at the end, and or it's like, wow, after playing all the other Tales games that have come out in the subsequent years, this controls pretty poorly. Well, maybe I shouldn't say poorly. It controls well, it's just dated and clunky. So yeah, there's a difference between bad controls and dated controls. Because I'd say objectively, Mario 64 is very, very clunky by today's standards. Same with Ocarina of Time. That doesn't mean the controls are bad, because you got to take into account what console they were released on. Granted, I also know if you didn't grow up getting used to those older controls, it's really hard to stomach them. Because I've tried playing a bunch of old games that I didn't grow up with, and I just can't stomach the dated nature of the controls. Because I've tried playing Final Fantasy IX multiple times, but I've never been able to get into it because I haven't been able to stomach just the dated nature of... You get too used to the modern conveniences gaming that modern RPGs especially give you to make the excessively long gameplay more convenient for you. That, I honestly just can't say I'm that big of a fan of Final Fantasy in general. Because then again, I'm the odd one. I am probably that odd person who thought Final Fantasy 15 was... Well, I can't say the greatest Final Fantasy game I've ever played, because I've only played less than half of them. But it's one of my favorite games I've ever played. Final Fantasy 15, to this day, is the only video game that actually brought me to tears the first time I ever played it. It's like, there are plenty of other sad video games, like, I usually only ever beat Zelda games once, because I usually find their endings too sad, but I've never cried at a Zelda game. Even just bringing up Tales of Symphonia again, since I just raved about it. There are several scenes that can get me to tear up now, but that's because I've played through it multiple times, really dissected, you know, the meaning behind them, really dived into the characters, really, but no, Final Fantasy 15, the end credits, just as soon as the end credits started, I was weeping the whole way through.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe.
You're not wrong about heavy weapons saving my tushy. All right, let's do Mordin's first. Yes, I know I can bring both. Oh my god! Hold on, guys. Hey, honey. Hi, how are you? I don't know where those are. I see. Okay. Once I'm done streaming, I'll, You're fine, honey. Love you too. Bye-bye. Okay, I'll do Morden's side quest, but then I probably will call the stream just so I can help the lovely wife with what she asked me to do.
If you're looking for work, you're shouting down the wrong hole. Stop right there. The clan leader wants to speak with you. Talk to him soon, alien. If we decide you're not welcome, you'll know just before we kill you. Someday we'll get off this rock.
Erdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout. Also, I have been unable to access local medical records.
You see that special they have on Halt. You must wait till the clan leader summons you. He is in talks.
You know what tradition demands. Clan Erdnot must respond. Your reforms will not go unopposed. You risk appearing weak at a critical time.
Shepard.
Good enough? Excuse me.
Hey, Rex.
Out of my... Shepard. My friend.
You look well for dead, Shepard. Should have known the Void couldn't hold you.
Looks like helping me destroy Saren and the Geth has worked out for you. Glad we didn't have to kill each other on Vermeer.
You made the rise of Erdnot possible. Vermeer was a turning point for the Krogan, though not everyone was happy about it. Destroying Saren's genophage cure freed us from his manipulation. I used that to spur the clans to unify under Erdnot.
You abandoned many traditions to get your way. Dangerous.
Hi, Michael Dorn.
Speak when spoken to, Uvenk. I'll drag your clan to glory whether it likes it or not. Now, Shepard, what brings you here? How's the Normandy?
Destroyed in a Collector surprise attack. I ended up spaced.
Well, you look good. Ah, the benefits of a redundant nervous system.
Yeah, humans don't have that.
Oh, it must have been painful then. But you're standing here, and you've got a strong new ship. Takes me back to the old days. Us against the unknown, killing it with big guns. Good times.
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead for the Krogan.
We are making a neutral ground where all clans are welcome. Fertile females can be shared among clans. We will strengthen the race as a whole.
You kick ass, man.
Threaten everything that makes us strong. It will not last.
Or you won't last.
Until then, you're lucky to be a part of it.
How do you maintain security with so many different clans in one place?
Any clan willing to send in hostages can come in. No fighting inside the camp. Each clan punishes its own criminals. We stop conflicts before anyone dies. Then we present a simple choice. Pay a fine and deal with your problems, or your clan is no longer welcome.
That doesn't sound very harsh by Krogan standards.
Allies from other clans like what I'm doing. They help deal with skeptics. Many are eager for an outlet. Every time I've declared a clan unwelcome, my allies have destroyed them. Word gets around.
I hope that works well for your people. But back to the reason I'm here.
We don't often allow aliens to do business on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
I'm looking for a Solarian. He was captured by the Blood Pack and brought here.
My scout commander can direct you. He's probably near the perimeter running target practice. Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
I have a Krogan on my crew. He has some kind of sickness and needs treatment.
Place me, huh? Well, I can't tell what's wrong if I can't see him. Bring him next time.
The off-world Varen probably caught something weak and human.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a dick
We'll go
saying
over
come
this
with
another
us, because he's got... Prick. I love you.
Good Baron. Stay.
Greetings, human. My name is Ratch. Have a look at what I've got.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food. Otherwise, I've got weapons. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out.
Free. You can use the comp. Good luck with that.
Everyone I talk to hates it.
I don't have the luxury. I do enough business off-world to know that you aliens have more credits than people here do.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Definitely
This might
want
be
that.
useful.
Definitely want that. Definitely want that. I like that helmet, even if I don't use it that much. It's kick-ass looking. Thank you. Okay, let's... I want to talk to a few other people before I start the quest. Because I want to make sure I get side quests to grab stuff that you can only get on the 2 loyalty missions here.
I'll tear you apart.
That's just the acting.
Watch it.
Go away. The envoy to the female clan.
Go away, alien. I talk to no one about our rights unless don't crowd. Turn back, human. I may be an ambassador among my people, but that doesn't mean I have to speak to them. Leave now before my guards decide to reject you.
You seem like a well-traveled Krogan ambassador.
I am.
Then you must know who I am. And you have to be aware that bad things happen to those who oppose me.
Stand down, men. I'm starting to like this human. I am the ambassador to Urdnot from Clan Nakmor. We're a small clan based in the Aquatic Wastes.
If Nakmor is a small clan, how do you keep the more powerful clans from destroying you?
We are the clan of the great warlord Nakmor Crawl, who faced down platoons of Turians and won. Most clans lend us the respect our ancestor is due.
What business does Clan Nakmor have with the Urdnot?
Clan leader Rex requested that I come. He and Clan Nakmor have been in talks about a more permanent alliance.
Cool.
With our help, Urdnot could rally others behind its banner and truly unite Tuchanka, and we would gain the chance to fight in larger battles with greater plunder.
I thought all Krogan want to be warriors. What makes a Krogan become an ambassador?
You don't know as much as you think, human. A Krogan diplomat has to represent the strength of his people, or his clan appears ripe for conquest. I slaughtered my way to the top of my clan, human. I speak with the authority of a warrior.
That
I should go.
makes
sure
sense.
you wouldn't.
That makes sense, especially for the Krogan.
The Citadel has these huge arms.
Nah, don't really want to watch the
it,
fights.
human. Eyes straight ahead.
How comforting. Kill. The Krogan are creatures of such pure, innocent reflex.
Do I look like I have time to talk? I've got work to do. Those fools brought this Tomka back from a skirmish without its combustion manifold. They say it got shot off in the field. You tell me, how can you expect a Tomka to run without a combustion manifold?
Any idea where I could find a combustion manifold?
Yeah, I can make one. Give me 3 days and a barrel of Ringcall. The one they lost is probably still out in the field. It's too much to expect them to collect it and bring the damn thing back.
I'm going out in the field. If I see a combustion manifold, I'll bring it back with me.
If you did, it would save me a lot of work. Maybe bring back my sunny disposition.
Is this gonna...
I'm going out in the field.
Okay, no,
If you did,
I
it would
just
save
figured.
me a lot of work.
Let me get out of your
Don't
way.
do me any favor.
I just thought it was free. I thought it was worded a little differently. Maybe not.
By Genevieve.
nuclear assaults. Still survive. Impressive to see life adapt, continue despite circumstances.
Right. Pyjaks are stealing their stuff, so... Okay.
Oh, what's this?
Oh. Worth it.
Who are you?
I am Fortak, Lord High Researcher in matters scientific for Clan Urdnot, and I don't have time to answer your inane questions.
I won't take up much of your valuable time.
My work is very important, human.
Of course it is. I'm just curious. I'd heard a lot about the genius of Krogan science.
Oh, I knew someone understands. I am among brainless Pyjaks here, toiling among savages. I am the Lord High Researcher.
You must be working on something important.
I was building the biggest, best offensive ordnance yet. A real ground pounder. But the new clan leader wastes my time with frivolous research. Crop genetics, medicinal improvements. We can buy that stuff from the Solarians.
Solarians created genophage, I've heard. Still trust them with medicines and agriculture?
Yeah. What else can the Solarians do to us at this point? It's not like they can make us even more infertile. Actually, wait, forget I said anything.
Sounds like the new clan leader has some very different ideas on how to lead the Krogan.
If you want to know more, talk to him directly. He's my leader. I'll not say anything else about him.
I take it you're a scientist.
I used to be a scientist. I designed weapons. Now my genius is wasted on frivolous things. Things that don't explode. My predecessor said no one would understand the true worth of my work. As I pulled my blade from his chest, I knew he was telling the truth.
Not exactly what I would call effective academic peer review.
I don't care what you'd call them. We value the will to use what we create, not just the ability to create it. We don't count success until the ground shakes in response.
Enjoy your research.
Yes, move along.
Not gonna lie, I actually don't remember that Krogan scientist. I'm sure I've spoken to him in my previous playthroughs, but don't remember him.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Weirlock has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Weirlock's base, if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
Will do. You know, Cerberus, if you left the Mako on board, I wouldn't have to take their truck. Just kidding. If you left the Mako on board, we might have to deal with more Mako levels, and I don't want to deal with those poorly designed Mako levels. The Nomad levels in Andromeda were quite fun, though. Actually, just the Nomad in general was quite fun in Andromeda. And anyone who says Andromeda was trash can kiss my ass. Let's... What do I got to work? Oh, yep. Excavator. That's the one I want. I can't wait till I get to the third game, because they have the whole, you know, the less you carry, the quicker your powers recharge. I'm all about spamming my powers to do biotic detonations. I usually just bring like maybe one SMG or one super lightweight shotgun into battle, and then just relying on things going boom. Or I'll be an... oh, one sec. Yes, the ult. And unlimited storming and sprinting. Yeah, I love the combos as well. That's why I quit it. I am disappointed I never actually tried Andromeda's multiplayer. I wanted to, but just never got around to it. I think it's partially because... Now, Mass Effect multiplayer was something me and my older brother really did a lot together in Mass Effect 3's days. But he didn't get Mass Effect Andromeda. He might have gotten it eventually, but when it was new, he never got it. And since Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer didn't marginally affect the story, kind of the same way it affected your Galactic... Because... The galactic readiness, it wasn't there. Plus, I didn't really feel like paying for a PS4 or PlayStation, whatever the fuck it's called, to play online. Yeah, I never was able to do that. It's like, the only reason I was able to enjoy Mass Effect 3's multiplayer as much as I did was because, well, when I first got my Xbox, I was still in college. While I was still a poor college student, sure. All my friends had Xbox Live memberships, so it was hey, god damn it. Okay, these spam calls are driving me insane. Let's see, I spent tons of time. I spent tons of time on that with my buddies, and gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, most people I know, they just didn't want to give Andromeda time of day, so I never had that extra motivation to do it and, you know, pay for the membership. So yeah, again, when I was in college, it's like I got Mass Effect 3 was my birthday or Christmas, don't remember, and then I used what burnable cash I had to... Well, that, and since I was also working at Target, I was able to use my discount to purchase a year-long pass at a discounted rate. So yeah, me and my older brother played it a lot. I never got as good as my older brother. Like, he really threw his all into it. But because I had Mass Effect, Left 4 Dead, and Halo Reach / Halo 4... I didn't play just that like my older brother did. Yeah, the internet really did... See, what I find funny is that one of the things that I often hear people citing as one of the big problem with Mass Effect Andromeda were the visual glitches took you out of it. I'm like, bitch, Mass Effect has always dealt with visual glitches. What the hell are you talking about? Plus, they're like, oh, it wasn't as good of a game, but I'm like, it was a different type of game. It's like, don't just... Plus, if you look at it as just more Mass Effect, but just kind of toned back. Okay, the first trilogy was great because it was one big story building upon itself. Andromeda was taking a step back. They're like, we're not trying to top it, we're trying to do something different. And in my opinion, they knocked it out of the park. It's smaller. It was a smaller story, taking place in a much smaller part of a galaxy. It was completely character-driven, and the fact that it was all about your species was in danger as much from, you know, the new, you know, alien threat, but as well as just, if you don't succeed, we'll all starve to death. It added a much more personal stake rather than just a generic, they'll take over the world and reprogram us or whatever. And like you just said, it was a diamond in the rough. It really was. I mean, and based on like a lot of reactions I've seen, with the new announcement of the legendary Mass Effect Legendary series, everyone's just like, oh, well, Anthem was a disappointment, so this is going to be a disappointment too, or Mass Effect Andromeda was trash. I'm like, Mass Effect Andromeda wasn't trash. And I know I defend Mass Effect 3 as my favorite of the original trilogy, but I admit I didn't play it until it had been out for almost a year. So I didn't deal with the disappointing original ending. So I admit my view on it is not as... I don't have the same opinion on as people who played it at launch. But I did play Andromeda at launch. I pre-ordered it. I beat it within the first week. So I actually played it pretty raw before any patches were added in, and quite frankly, I still thought the game was amazing. And Mass Effect Andromeda is my absolute favorite Mass Effect game. In fact, I'm going to go as far to say it's in my top 10 favorite video games of all time.
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Werelock have planned?
Then again, considering I also put Final Fantasy 15 in my top 10 video games of all time, I apparently have a very skewed view of what makes a video game good. I mean, especially since I personally think Final Fantasy is predominantly overrated. I admit I haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII, and I'm sure it was amazing for the time, but as someone who's only watched a few videos on it, as well as tried the remake and thought it was the most boring RPG I've ever played in my entire life. Yeah, apparently I really don't understand. I apparently have a very different opinion on video games in general. I mean, especially since I know a lot of people say Tales of Vesperia, as well as its main character, is the best in the Tales series, whereas I personally think Tales of Vesperia is one of the absolute worst, and the main character is a cocksucking piece of trash. Yeah, I apparently don't agree with people. I'm just preconditioned to disagree with the popular opinion on everything.
We will not need support. When we cure the Genophage, Warlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will become the Krogan Empire. The surviving races will frighten their children with tales of what the Blood Pact did to the Turians. The Asari will scream as their citadel plunges into the sun. We will keep Salarians as slaves and eat their eggs as a delicacy. If you lack the wisdom to flee, then you will be the first of billions to be crushed beneath our might. For Warlock Gold! Attack!
We've been spotted.
Plus, I know another thing. I've just seen like a list of, videos. It's like montaging all the glitches that were present that people found. And I'm like, once again, as someone who played Mass Effect Andromeda at launch, I never experienced any of those glitches. And to my understanding, very few people actually did, but because the internet just blew it out of proportion, most people weren't willing to give. It's kind of a similar problem that Yooka-Laylee had. I'm someone who vehemently hates 3D platformers, and I really enjoyed Yooka-Laylee. I really feel that game gets way more shit than it deserves. It's the same thing with Mass Effect Andromeda.
I think it's console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences, hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors, avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Morgan.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000. Perfect target, optimal growth. Like gardening.
Pretty it up however you like. You're talking about murdering millions.
No, murdered no one. Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard. Many methods. Gunfire, knives, drugs, tech attacks. Once with farming equipment, but not with medicine.
What was it like working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, Galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
How can you agree with using the genophage, Morden? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians, not me.
We're not gonna find Malin staring at consoles. Come on.
I'll take it.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile, werelock female, willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by this.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No, never experimented on live Krogan, never killed with medicine. Her death, not goal, was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life.
I didn't think you'd had much direct
Yearly
contact.
recon missions. Water, tick, need to look. Need to see. Accepted as necessary. Rest, young mother. Find your gods.
Can you get any information from
Minimal insight into experiments. Gene Krogan research is ruthless. Risking own clan's women for new data. Disgusting. Short-sighted.
infecting the entire species with the sterility
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population in genophage or genocide. Save Galaxy from Krogan. Save...
Look at the dead woman, Morden. It doesn't look like you saved her.
No, it doesn't. Worked with available data. Only option. No other possible. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You killed the Blood Pack.
Not Blood Pack, not member of Clan.
But not Scout. Werelock.
Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken
Again.
up.
Experiments to cure the genophage.
Morden, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe?
I don't understand. They're curing the genophage.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want
This
them?
is my fault. I'm not big enough to have a real shot at the females.
Millions of children will be born. Werelock children. They're gonna destroy the other. If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout
I
whining.
can do it.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth.
Nicely done. Fortunately, the subject is unlikely to be contagious.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
valuable.
Mainly. Alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student. I looked up to you.
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Weyrloc? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weyrloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Urdnot has a larger camp than Weyrloc. Why not use them?
Urdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Urdnot's loss and Weyrloc's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weyrloc left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special tasks group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weyrloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
You heard the Professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here. But you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure. But closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Chanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
Let's get out of here.
Ugh. Ugh. They're all so stupid. Talking about the Vorcher quote at the bottom, if you're wondering. All right. I'm going to have to call it there. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.